What's going on, everyone? I'm the OPJellicent. Today I'm building around Adamant Choice Band Rillaboom for Sword and Shield OU. Then I will be testing out the team on the Pokemon Showdown ladder. Obviously, the hidden abilities are on PS now, so I'm probably going to be covering multiple of these starters. We have the Choice Band Woodhammer with Grassy Terrain. Gonna hit insanely hard. We also have Superpower for Ferrothorn and Knockoff, just to get rid of items and reduce longevity mainly. If Rillaboom isn't that great in the matchup, Knockoff support can definitely be viable. And then of course we have U-Turn to get momentum on Corviknight, and because we can get momentum on Corviknight, which is probably the best counter to Rillaboom in the tier right now, I definitely want to add a Toxtricity to the team to take advantage of that. We're going to go with the Shift Gear set because Shift Gear is not an item, believe it or not. Throat Spray is the item. I'm running Shift Gear because if I did run Choice Specs, that would be both of my Choice Lock Pokemon basically done with, and I wouldn't have a Scarfer yet, and both of these Pokemon are very slow naturally, so I definitely want a Scarfer later on, so that's why I don't want to use a second Choice Mon now. Let's go ahead and run Overdrive, Boomburst, and Sludge Wave. Like, I could just run Specs and probably add a Scarfer anyway, but I've never had success with triple choice. Like, maybe it's just me, but I don't like it. Let's run 4 in Spadef, and that's going to be this core right here. Physical Attacker Breaker and a special win con. I really like it. The thing with this Toxtricity set is you don't have to use it as a win con, you can just use it as a wall breaker too. Get your boost with Throat Spray and just kind of have fun with your dual stab plus Boomburst. But speaking of that Scarfer, that's probably what I want to do next. Obviously, Libero Cinderace is definitely a big thing that's in the tier right now. And I was scrolling through the tier earlier, and there were only a few counters. The most notable ones that I found were Hippowdon. Komodo, to some extent, I've been seeing a lot of them run in Zen Headbutt, so I wouldn't really rely on Komodo as a counter. It's really Hippo or Seismitoad, which Toad is the one that I'm really interested in because I did mention a couple of videos ago I didn't think Toad would be viable anymore, but maybe Toad's the true counter right here. In fact, let's add it to the team and try it today. Here I am using Toad 2 days after I said Toad isn't good, but I think it might help out against the Cinderace during this live, so let's go ahead and test it out. Learn minus attack, exact same set that I'm going to run, that I used to run. Let's run Stealth Rocks with Earth Power, Knockoff, and what move am I missing? Scald. Another reason that I like Seismitoad over Hippo is because I have Grassy Terrain, and Earth Power does not care about that, whereas Earthquake would, so that's definitely one of the benefits of Toad. What do I want to run now, though? We have our rocks on the board now. I did mention I want a Scarfer, so either a Scarfer or some strong priority. Like, either of one would work. Usually when I run strong priority, my best bets are Conkeldurr or Crawdaunt. Bisharp's good too, but I mean, I've had success with Bisharp on bulky offense, but I really think it's a hyper offense staple and shouldn't be used very much outside that. I think Scarf Dragapult's probably the way to go right here because it can check opposing ghosts that I don't have a resist to yet. So yeah, we'll do that with Choice Scarf and Infiltrator. Infiltrator is cool, helps break through substitutes, which can be useful. We have multiple ways to do that now because we also have 2 sound moves on our Toxtricity, but let's run Draco Meteor, Shadow Ball. What else am I missing? I want Fire Blast, and Boomburst is not a move that this has, actually. We're going to go U-turn. I was still thinking about Toxtricity. We're going to run Modest, and that's going to be the Dragapult. So we get momentum on Fairies, which is good for this and this, so I like that. We have plenty of Clef checks now. I'm just trying to consider, is that priority still important, or do I focus on my hazards next? I definitely think hazard control is the next thing I need. If I want to Ghost Resist, I could add Mandibuzz, which, I mean, I have a good way to check ghosts now with the Dragapult, but Shadow Sneak priority for Mimikyu and Aegislash could still be annoying. Now the thing is, obviously, my Mandibuzz wouldn't check Mimikyu, but it would give me a really good Aegislash counter, which I think is really good right now. So that's probably the thing to do here. Do I go Knockoff or Foul Play, though? Probably Knockoff. Getting rid of Scarfs and opposing Cinderace items to scout what they are could be really useful. Although, I don't think that would be a scenario I could set up very often. I still think Mandibuzz is the thing to do right here. Let's run Heavy Duty Boots Knockoff. I'm just trying to envision a scenario where I can take advantage of Mandibuzz, but The big thing is it's able to take on Aegislash, and I think that alone is enough to force it on this team. Let's run U-turn and then make it spit F. And then for this last mon, I could just run that Crawdaunt that I was talking about. We already have plenty of special offense between Toxtricity and Dragapult. I think that just sort of evening it out with physical offense using Crawdaunt could be the way to go. I don't think Conk would be very useful. The priority is able to hit dark types, but I now have a dark resist with this, so I don't think I'm super concerned. I think Crawdaunt's the better bet. Just to help out with like drill and sand and all that. We'll go minus special attack here with 4 in defense, and yeah, let's go Crawdaunt. Crawdaunt's fun. I always like Crawdaunt. I've been using it more recently, and this Life Orb SD set is just so fun. With like SD, Crabhammer, Knockoff, and Aquajet. These like lower tier SD sweepers I've just been really enjoying. Like Gallade, I tried out SD Gallade for the first time yesterday, and that was a lot of fun. Let's run 4 in Spit F. Go Adamant Nature, and I believe that will be the team. So I believe we have the tools to like defensively check what we need to between these two, and then the offense should be able to wall break whatever I want to do, but we'll see. Let's go ahead and get a game. So I have a game right here. My opponent is running dual screens hyper offense. I actually really like the idea of just clicking Banded Woodhammer early, as they lead Cinderace unfortunately, so yeah, we're going Toad. I think they're going to Pyro Ball. I don't think they're going to U-turn. I guess they could, but I'm going to get a recovery anyway. They do go for the U-turn, okay. That hurt a lot. It's Life Orb. Yeah, I was going to say it has to be Life Orb or Choice Band to do that much, right? But now we're in a weird spot. I think I go Mandibuzz because I can U-turn to break any sort of substitute. If they go for a Nasty Plot, I probably die to Draco. Yeah, because they're Life Orb, right? So that's fine. At least we get to find out more about what they are. Can just bring this out here. U-turn on the Grimmsnarl, and I think I can at least make something happen here with the Banded Woodhammer. This will hurt. Yeah, that did a ton. And I don't know if they want to go back to Hydreigon or what the case is. They actually go hard Cinderace, and it takes quite a lot. I would have gone for U-turn again if I were them, but I guess they didn't care. I'll go for Rocks here, though. They might have Taunt on it. I don't think they would. But yeah, they definitely have the upper hand here early, but I think it's still pretty easily winnable. Maybe. I mean, it depends on how well Toxtricity can do. Sucker Punch is annoying. We're going to... Infiltrator is going to help me out. We're just going to Scald. So they go right for that. We can just bring this in. Go ahead and U-turn out again, as they stay in this time. They actually missed the Draco, though. I mean, it's not going to matter if they hit the next one. Which they will. We can U-turn out here. I'm basically banking on Shift Gear, Toxtricity, or Crawdaunt to do it for me. And I think it can. I think it's not impossible. It's just going to be a bit difficult. We'll go Crawdaunt. I hope they go Cloyster. That's like what I'm hoping for, because then I can try to knock off. But what they should do is maybe just go... Actually, they can't go Grimmsnarl here, I don't think. They actually DC. I don't know what they're calcing, but my Crawdaunt's actually in a good spot looking at this. Like, Crawdaunt can do work. I need to get rid of the Bisharp more than anything. That's the problematic mon here. Because if I can get rid of that and negate the Sucker Punch, Toxtricity is going to probably sweep. Okay, so there's the Bisharp. I need to hit a Crabhammer, and I think I can win. They just knock off. I still will knock them out. I just need to hit. Nice. Okay, now that means if I shift gear, I'm pretty sure I can do this. I don't think this is faster than me, dude. Yeah, I was gonna say, there's no way you are. So it looks like we might be good to go. I just have to really keep in mind they could have Sucker Punch on Cinderace. I think the play here might be hard Dragapult, because, like, say they go for Belly Drum, I can just bring out Dragapult and knock it out. They should click the Fairy move, though, right? I don't know, I could also just sack, then get in Toxtricity and go for it. As they try to double out on me instead. Yeah, I figured that these two mons in combination would be my endgame. It looks like they're working out here. Now I can just Crab Hammer for free. Because even if they do knock me out, Toxtricity can come in at this point and wrap it up. We just click Sludge Wave and then I should be able to beat anything this thing can do just by clicking Overdrive. I think they're Adamant anyway. Yeah, okay, so let's go ahead and get another game right now. So I have another game right here. My opponent also has the Rillaboom. I definitely need to be careful and maybe get momentum against the Corviknight using mine. Toxtricity is a great endgame, but I need to stay out of range of Sucker Punch from Cinderace if that's the set here. Let's go with Actually, let's just go Toad Lead, I feel. No, because if I just give them a Banded Wood Hammer early, I'm going to lose the game, like, immediately. So let's go Drag. At least this way, if they lead Rillaboom, then I can U-turn. I think they probably just Moonblast. That would make the most sense. This is the Rocker. Okay, that's interesting. I'm just going to go for a knockoff here. I don't even take damage for Moonblast. It's like a very whatever thing to me. And then I can get rid of the Leftovers and help out stuff like Groudon and Dragapult. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to beat the Hydreigon, because I'm kind of letting my check take a bit of damage here. Oh, dude, what? Stealth Rock's Thunder Wave. Okay, I did get my Defog off. We'll get you in, and I get just get up rocks too. Like, what else is there to do, right? And then I really can't just sit here and let them do this to me, so I'm just gonna go Rillaboom on a hard switch. That's annoying though. That crit was big because, like, now I only have a few more switch-ins left, whereas before I would have had a lot more. Dude, I feel like I should just Wood Hammer. He might be the guy to just stay in and Thunder Wave. He does go Corviknight. Okay, that's really bad. I mean, I got damage on Corviknight, which is, I guess, something, but my Toad is weakened. I don't know, that crit was pretty hurtful, because, like, I need as many switch-ins as I can get, and now I'm not getting those switch-ins. You can have this guy. Yeah, sure. Okay, now we're going to go... If I want to win with Toxtricity... I mean, the thing is, Toxtricity can win whenever it wants to. It's just that Sucker Punch is such a problem. We're going to go to you, though. And I want to say just throw off a U-turn. If he stays in, like, that'll suck. But he has like an almost full health Clef, though. Like, I think he should go to that, and then I can U-turn to Groudon, right? There's no way you risk the Banded Rillaboom against my team. That just makes no sense at all. Dude, are you serious? Okay. Have mine. So his isn't banded. I probably should have known that. I wonder what it is then. Anyway. I'm just gonna Fire Blast this time. At least he's in range now of the Fire Blast. So if he stays in again, then I can knock him out. Dude, I feel like he's gonna go Clef this time. I feel like this always happens to me. I'll make the prediction the first time and they stay in, and then they make the safe play the second time around, and it won't work out. But nevertheless, I think, despite everything that's happening, if I can get that Shift Gear up in the correct turn, it's still very easily winnable. But I need that Shift Gear, and I need to stay out of range of Cinderace. It's not an impossible task, but I don't know how realistic it is looking at this. What is he thinking so hard about? You go Clef this time and just take the Moonblast, dude. Like, it's such a no-brainer click. I guess the thing is, if I do actually hurt Hydreigon, then Groudon can win. Yeah, he's gonna go Clef, which I guess, you know, makes sense and whatnot. Doubles this in, which is okay. It is Boots. So Boots to Libero, huh? If he does give it to me, I do win using Toxtricity, but I'm just gonna Scald here and see how he wants to deal with me. So who are my setup targets? I guess it's either Corviknight, Clef, or Toxapex that I can set up on. Now, Toxapex is a bit riskier because if he does burn me, it's a complete wrap, but Okay, we do burn that, which makes this even better of a setup target. As he goes right for the U-turn. That's okay, he's gonna get in the Rillaboom again. Which is getting lower at this point. I wonder if his Cinderace even has Sucker Punch. So yeah, here it is. We'll give it to him. I really can't just continue switching around. At least he's in range of Aqua Jet by me doing this, and I can go to you now. The rough Shadow Balls, and we're just gonna try Toxtricity. Like, there's no other choice. Toxtricity came through last game, and I think it can this time as well. It all depends on how much I take from Sucker Punch. Dude, I feel like I have to take too much. Red Stab. Maybe I can take it. I mean, what I hope is that he tries to sack off Rillaboom whenever I go for that, because then I'll get Grassy Terrain recovery, but he should just stay in. Should I U-turn here? I don't know if that's actually the best option for me, because then I give him the free Hydreigon. That could probably be okay. Let's just go for a U-turn. I think we both know that I'm trying to go for this Toxtricity win. Do I just go for it here? I feel like now is not the time to go for it, because if I went to it right now and Hydreigon came in on a hard switch, I wouldn't be able to knock it out, I don't think. I'll run the calc on that, but I'm pretty sure Hydreigon would live. I mean, I could play off the choke of him just not doing that, but why wouldn't he, right? I still think this is the best thing to do. And we're just going to hit him with the hammer. I don't know, I might have to play off his choke if he doesn't give me damage on Hydra. I also need to hit this Crab Hammer if he stays in. That's a really big thing. Because I'm trying to force the Aqua Jet into Hydreigon, right? That's the goal. What I want to do is force that Aqua Jet, then get in Dragapult and ideally have some setup fodder on the field. Let's see. Okay, is this possible? I feel like I might just be playing a game that's unwinnable, but we do get that KO, which is big. Yeah, he goes to Hydreigon. This is what I was hoping for. I'm going to jet him into range of anything Toxtricity will do for me. And then we bring you out. Go right for the Draco. I don't know, I might have put myself in a lock position versus Cinderace here. Maybe. It all depends on what he decides to revenge me with, if I'm being honest. I can't U-turn here. U-turn, if I went Toxtricity, I would lose. But if I Draco and he goes Cinderace and he does have Sucker Punch, I should have U-turned. That would have been my shift gear. Ah man, I could have played off that choke, but now he goes Cinderace and wins, right? Yeah. He definitely has the Sucker Punch. We're gonna try to outplay it 8 times. Wait, I can't do that, because he just Power Balls if I switch. Yeah, dude, that sucks. I can hope he misses. As if he did miss that, I probably would have won, but actually I wouldn't knock this out. I'll be right back. So I have another game right here. I definitely want to be more careful about this Cinderace this time. Try to play my water types a bit better, but I think even if I did U-turn on that Corviknight switch in, I don't think Toxtricity would have won, because his best play would be to U-turn directly into Cinderace, which guaranteed lives a hit, and from that position I don't think that I could do anything. Unless he misses, obviously. Let's lead off with you. I don't know if he has Eruption or what's going on, but I like this positioning. I just get to throw off a Boomburst and he doesn't have a switch into that. In fact, I think I kind of guarantee a KO. That took 40. And he also doesn't have a Sludge Wave resist, so that's coming out next. Goodbye, Clefable. That's a pretty good start. Wait, this doesn't... Oh, it has Earth Power this gen. Let's get out of here. Yeah, I gotta remember. I almost lost a game to that once, and it was kind of bad, but now what I can do is U-turn into Dragapult and throw a Fire Blast under Sun. And if he does this, then I get to go Dragapult and throw off Draco Meteor under Sun, and it's just as good. Unless I miss it, which let's hope I don't. He goes Torkoal, and it takes 82. That's pretty nice. I think I can beat the Sun team pretty easily. Especially now that Sun is, you know, not part of the Sun team in a few turns. I mean, this can't win, dude. I will live that. And yeah, now you're in range of everybody. You will be able to Giga Drain here. I don't even know if that knocks me out, if I'm being honest. So he goes for the Weather Ball again. Do I risk Shadow Ball not killing? I guess we just Calc it, right? That's the smartest option. Against a Venusaur. Shadow Ball is doing... That's the wrong Mon. Where is Dragapult? Yeah, I have to try to hit a Draco again. Okay, he ran, so I'll be right back. So I have another game right here. My opponent naturally has Libero Cinderace, which is understandable. That's a very good Mon. They're really weak to Toxtricity, but once again, I need to stay out of range of Sucker Punch. Okay, let's not try to overcommit to that win con like I did during the other game. But the other win con Scarf Dragapult, which also dies to Sucker Punch. I guess Crawdon can win. But I need this gone and that gone, so... Gonna be hard. We're gonna lead off with you. They just lead right with Gara, which is whatever. I mean, I can U-turn. I don't know if this has bounce. I'll probably go Rillaboom initially. Depending on what play they make. I think they might just go Weezing, but they do stay in. They have Avalanche. I mean, that really didn't hurt at all, so that's pretty nice. I don't think they're Avalanche bounce. That just seems like it wouldn't make sense at all. And I'm just gonna Woodhammer, because if they did give me this Mon, that would be great. Let's see how much I do. Ooh, 41. It would be interesting if the ability they have would get rid of my terrain here, but it doesn't. They opt for Toxic, which is fine. It looks like my next one does knock them out. And the reason I'm not going Toad here to get up rocks is because I really need to keep it for the double fire. Oh wait, what? Dude, this is gonna get OHKO'd despite everything, I think. Okay, never mind. That Intimidate did help them out quite a lot. So they will be able to make something happen here with the Gara. I don't think it's going to make too big of a difference. Like, I'm going to go Dragapult and Shadow Ball anyway. Oh, I'm faster. Never mind. They're pretty slow on that because I'm not very fast. So now I'm thinking we can go... They get destroyed by Crawdon. I just don't want to give the Rillaboom too many openings. Yeah, because they're going to try to break with theirs now, right? So I'm going to U-turn right into my Mandibuzz and throw off a Knock. They go for Drum Beating and their Life Orb, okay. I don't remember whether this gets any rock moves, but I'm just going to knock off. It's a Drain Punch. That's not scary. And now I can U-turn out pretty safely. And I want to say... It's looking like Toad is just going to win coming up. Like, that thing is so strong. I think I am willing to use it here to get up rocks. They do Toxic me. That's not too big of a deal. Like, I'll stay on this turn to throw off Knockoff, and then I'm thinking, actually, Scald's the better play. We'll just not have it take any more hits due to the fact that Cinderace is chilling. But yeah, I can't sack off Toad anymore. Like, Toad's health is staying at this percentage. They go for Drum Beating. I guess really hoping that I would throw out my Toad, but no. And then they SD there. I don't know what he's doing about that, but... you know what I see? I see a team that just hard loses to Crawdon right now. Maybe Rampage lives, so I have to be careful, but... Oh, doesn't that negate my adaptability? I have to remember that. Yeah, no adaptability for me, so we're not staying in. Strange Steam, that is understandable. I'm going to try to go for this Toxtricity here and just Boomburst. Because I think if I do kill this, I do just win with Crawdon, so that's kind of what I'm banking on. And I also don't want them going hard Hippo on the Shift Gear and living, right? Like, that would be pretty bad. So this is like the coverall play, right? If they go out into the Rotom, that's fine. Actually, this is great because now I'm probably going to win with Crawdont. They up to Overheat and knock me out, which is fine. I don't care about that. I just realized that the Cinderace does have the chance to switch up typings here, but I don't think I can beat Toad plus Crawdont regardless. Looks like they might be banded. Let's not get careless here. What's the guaranteed way to win? Because I'm thinking, let's think about this. Do I switch out? No, not at all, right? It's not worth it. They opt for Life Orb High Jump Kick, which is interesting. Like, if they're in range of Aqua Jet, that's okay, but I think the best way to do this is just go to you and scald them into range of Jet guaranteed. And then basically just wrap it up with Crawdont after. That's the thing to do here, right? I don't think they can get around that win con. Because, like, they can sack Dory here, but then they have to go Hippo after. I don't think this can do anything here if it stayed in. I even burn it, so that should be game. High Jump Kick. I guess if they flinched me, they should still be in range of Jet between the Life Orb hits. I don't even think, yeah, it should be faster. So I can kill that there, and their last one is Hippo, which can't win the game. Between just Draco and Shadow Ball spam and my other attack, I should be able to win. Yeah, so that's going to be that. Did I get picked to 1700 for that win? I did lose a few points while testing this team out, which was unfortunate, but let's see. 1697, not quite there yet. I'll be right back. So I have another game right here. My opponent has a Cinderace. When have I ever seen that before? They also have Reuniclus, which I think Crawdont can easily beat. Just a bit worried about like Trick Room Life Orb, but Toxtricity and Crawdont are easily the endgames here. We're leading off with Toad. Now Dragapult. This is good for me. I think Draco probably actually kills it if I remember this calc off the top of my head. It's their mon called Corviknight, right? No, that's not the mon. Toxtricity. Okay, I wouldn't guaranteed kill it, but they don't do much to me. They go ahead and eject button out with their pecs. I don't know what that gives them here. Like, if they go Reuniclus, I'll use Mandibuzz initially, and if they go Cinderace, I'll go Toad. I don't know, I could also just stay in if they go Cinderace, predicting them not to Sucker Punch, but I feel like that's way too big of a risk. Yeah, I could have Draco'd right there. That's a bit annoying. Because, like, the more damage Toad takes, the bigger of win con Cinderace is, which is the really big problem here. They might Boomburst. Yeah, they really want my Toad gone just to get the free Cinderace win, but I have to prevent that. I don't think they would double Boomburst, right? I mean, I could just Shadow Ball to, you know, have a mid-ground here. It's probably the best play. Maybe I can Spit F-drop this and force it out? Hey, nice, okay. That usually doesn't happen, so I'm pretty happy with that. Now they're going to U-turn. Actually, if they're going to U-turn, let's Shadow Ball again. No, they do want to roost up on me. They're going to U-turn one of these turns, though, so let's just stay in. This is probably a bait, I want to say. Like, why would you bring this in? To Future Sight. Okay, I'm going to go for knockoff. We get rid of Specs. Honestly, dude, I'm going to roost. Like, you don't damage me, and I don't want to take this Future Sight with anybody else. So now I can slow U-turn. I think that was the best thing to do there. And now I can Shadow Ball somebody, and, like, all of their checks are low. No Spit F drop, unfortunately, but another one would be pretty lucky. They actually opted Toxic me, so I get a kill now, I think. Was that worth it, though? Okay, they have Baneful Bunker. That's good to know. That's AV. Honestly, let's stay in again, just to put it in range of Toxtricity endgame. Let's go to you here. I don't think they would Toxic. Bop. Okay, so I think I just set up my, what's the mon called? Toxtricity really well. Live? Dude, that thing is so broken. How do you do 71? Like, I was gonna expect them to U-turn out into on my Toad because they need the damage, but it didn't matter. Like, they still just knocked me out. Anyway, it's looking like Crawdaunt and Toxtricity are okay, especially because it's still volley ground. I can win with those two. Yeah, so we're going to try to go for that. Maybe get a Barox here, if I'm being honest. I mean, I'm getting a recovery anyway. They have Toxic. Is that just what your team is? Toxic on everything. They're gonna get in Corviknight, right? Yeah, that's fine. Let's see what we can make happen. Let's go ahead and shift gear. Actually, wait a minute. I don't have any damage on that. Dude, I feel like there's no way you hard switch it in, though. Well, they decided to go to you. Do I risk this tie? Because if I did shift gear right here and I risk the... Well, actually, I can't shift gear at all. Never mind. They are able to get the tie, unfortunately, but I think that's okay. Out comes this. I still have healthy Toad. We're gonna give him that, then go to you. And I kind of have to Aqua Jet, right? Because if they did just high jump kick, it's over. Okay. I can knock off, and actually they're gonna toxic no matter what. So let's go to you. Yeah, because like their item's gone, so I can't let that get toxic. It would lose me the game right there. Right here I can go for Boomburst. As they go hard Cinderace, okay. 2 power ball into me. Then they get in Corviknight and it ends up getting burned. Let's take the KO on that. I think I did this correctly. Maybe. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I think I win. I mean, I'll give them the kill there. I don't think that Mon was doing much. Do I still lose to Cinderace? Like, I still have that Aqua Jet. Let's go to you here. Just to guarantee that you're in range of Crawdaunt. 51, okay. We're gonna go to Toxtricity. Good double. Now they're not in range of Crawdaunt. Which is a problem. Oh, and I'm faster. Hold up. Hold up real quick. Let's knock that out. They go Pex, right? Does that. I think the play is SD again. I think I still lose to Crawdaunt. I mean, Cinderace in the end. Maybe. Actually, can they just switch out, then come back in and Baneful Bunker, and I guaranteed lose? I don't know, I'm just gonna SD again. And try to get a knockoff kill and see whether that's enough. I think I lose, though. Dude, I hate Toxapex. Okay, it's fine. Toxic Baneful Bunker. Oh yeah, they stay into Scald, right? No, they go for Recover. Guess we'll get +6 on him and then get my kill here. But yeah, all they have to do is click Baneful Bunker and then stall out my Dragapult. I don't think there's anything I can do to do this. I would have to like crit Draco and then they don't click Recover for whatever reason, but what they should do is just Baneful Bunker and then recover it off this turn. Yeah, and that's going to be that. So let's go ahead and get out of this one. I'll be right back. So I have another game right here. My opponent has a Sock and a Drampa, which are very cool. even Mudsdale. It's weird because, like, I'm 3-2 right now, which is positive, but it doesn't feel like it because both of my losses were like 8 minutes each, and my wins have been like 3 minutes, so yeah, it feels kind of weird to be positive, but I guess we are. Let's go ahead and lead Dragapult. I don't think these are in Scarf knockoff. I'm definitely not going Rillaboom though, because I need that. I could just click Scarf Draco right away, but I feel like I should for sure keep this around. We'll reveal my Scarf and go Mandibuzz. As he clicks Bulk Up immediately. I mean, I'm not too concerned about that. Goes for it again. I mean, I don't think he's Bulk Up Grass Knot, and even if he is, he doesn't kill me. That's not gonna do anything. Yeah, like what? And he doesn't have a ground immunity here, so let's go ahead and throw off Earth Power again. Get rid of that guy and effectively give myself a lot of speed control as a result of that. Okay, that's really good. I don't know why he threw out Zera so early, but not really complaining here. I'll try to get up rocks. I'm assuming I'm dead. I don't want him to be weakness policy as he goes for Giga Drain. That's an interesting choice. I have to go either Mandibuzz or Dragapult. If he's like randomly draining Kiss, Dragapult's a bad play. I guess we'll just hope that he's not that weakness policy set, which it looks like he isn't, and I even got a crit, so I feel kind of bad about that, but we can just knock him out with a couple of these. As he tries to get this in. This reaches 188, and I'm 209. I don't think Drampa can live a knockoff here, so I'm just going to go for that. As that took a lot. I don't know if you guys noticed. In fact, too much to where it can't live this, yeah. And I could tell based on the damage I did that he's Fizz Def, because I've been seeing a lot of Primarina recently. Like, Primarina is everywhere. People love the Calm Mindset, but I'll be right back. So I have another game right here. We're playing against Lady Akari, who is using some Rhyperior Balance. I definitely think Toad and Crawdaunt are important. No Cinderace again, which is really nice. I think that Rillaboom is just the best lead. He ends up leading off with the Peck, so we're gonna go Toad, I think. I don't think Toad is super important here, and I kind of want to get up rocks if he's gonna Toxic me. That's bad? It could be worse. Yeah, he's gonna just click Toxic, obviously. But I think he doesn't have T-Spikes. It should be Scald Recover on the other two slots, so just gonna knock off again. He's just gonna spam it, obviously. That's his best play. So what I want to do is force him to recover, right? Yeah, this is perfect now, because I can Boomburst here. Hit the Lex pretty hard. I don't think these are on Earthquake. They're usually Heat Crash, Darkest Lariat, or something like that. And I can take a Body Slam. Yeah, so that's really good for me, because if I get rid of this, then I spam Shadow Ball. Honestly, do I hit Rhyperior, or do I just let it knock me out? Well, here I'm going Mandibuzz. And just roosting off that Specs Drago. Like, that hurt, but it's okay. Out comes Rhyperior. Let's get out of here. It's looking good for Crawdaunt. I just need damage on Drag. That could have been bad if he went for, like, Mega Horn, but I didn't think he would. Dude, you have a Corviknight. You don't risk the Rhyperior. You lose to Toxtricity if you risk Rhyperior. Like, yeah. Let's play it a bit aggressively there. And then I'm thinking here the best play is go to you and maybe knock off. If I can get rid of lefties on this thing, that would be great. He might just go hard packs. Yeah, I was going to say that's probably the best thing to do. I can't really do much about that, so we're just going to get in Toxtricity. As he goes for the knockoff, but my item's already gone. I want to hit Rhyperior here, just to help out my Dragapult Shadow Ball, so we're going to try to do that. I don't think Overdrive is a good play. Yeah, I do a decent amount, to be honest. Like, that's not bad. Leave it in one more time on the Earthquake, and now I can go Crawdaunt and actually start to just break his team down. Just knock it out. I don't want to, like, take an Earthquake, so YSD, right? I just think this is, like, can easily pick off everything. Why risk it? Goes for Draco. Gives me another free roost. Goes right for the knockoff. I don't know if you would recover immediately or what the best play is, but I'm going to Earth Power. Trying to get a Rillaboom without having to take a Scald, which he shouldn't Scald, to be fair, but I also don't want to take a knockoff with it. Like, I need Crawdon to come through this game. I think it can, but it really depends on how much damage I'm putting out, which I think I do enough, maybe. Like, Rillaboom and Crawdon, those are the two big openings I have. So here we're going to double out into Crawdon. Yeah, because this is great. I can click knockoff now and hit something really hard. I actually get a... Wow, that's Fizz Def. That's for sure Fizz Def, but because I was able to live his hit, I go Rillaboom and win the game, I think. Don't I just Woodhammer everything? I mean, I'm not going to stand against the Dragapult, but I'm pretty sure I've put myself in a position where I can Woodhammer. I think I might have done enough to where Woodhammer would be able to do it anyway, because he would be forced out. I don't know. Maybe I could. Oh, it looks like I do get 2-hit KO'd at that point, huh? That's scary, but I think it's still okay. Because I can force the KO here, depending on who he gives me. I mean, I get a kill, right? Like, there's no denying it. Let's go ahead and knock that out. I don't think I threw. No, yeah, I think I see the guaranteed path. Because he's going to go back to the Dragapult, right? I just sack off the Toad. Get this in. Go right for Shadow Ball. Don't tell. I think it actually comes down to this 50-50. If he teleports on the Shadow Ball, I lose. If he clicks Moonblast as I stay in, I win, I think. We got him. Yeah, because Woodhammer will OHKO this clean. And then Shadow Ball will pick off his... Wait, what? Okay, Shadow Ball should still do it. If this doesn't do 22... Oh, wait. Grassy Terrain. He didn't have Protect? Oh, yeah, he was soft-boiled. Okay. And I don't think these are on Sucker Punch, so that's going to be my win. And yeah, I'll be right back. So I have another game right here. My opponent has the two Alola starters just chilling at the front of his team. I definitely want to use Toxtricity here to sweep him. The fact that I have a sound move with that is so beneficial too. I really need to take advantage of that if it is Sub-Primarina, but we're leading Dragapult for sure. I hate to reveal my item, but I think getting the U-turn chip on this could matter for Rillaboom and Crawdon. He wouldn't click Plasma Fists initially, right? Let's go Manta Buzz on the knockoff, and then let's go Toad here on the Plasma Fists. I don't know, like, Zera is a really tricky mon to beat, because, like, I need to keep this for the Aegislash, so I'm just gonna make the Toad play, and if he Grass Knots, he Grass Knots. I don't think he will, though. I think he's going for Plasma Fists for sure. Or he's just switching out here, like, he could go Primarina. Which would be tricky, don't get me wrong, but... Okay, I guess. Yeah, because I think he thinks I have Foul Play, and he doesn't want to take that. But this worked out great for me, because I got a Brox now. Fake Out's weird. Not really an option you see a ton on Instant, but... Out comes Prim. Interesting switch, because if I did just knock off right there, that would have been really bad for him. I don't have a switch in. Let's go for knockoff. Actually, let's think. I kind of need Toad for Drill and Zera. So, I don't have a Moonblast switch in is the problem I'm facing here. Okay, but he went for Energy Ball, so I'm glad I didn't stay in. I think the best play is U-turn on Corviknight and just bring in Toxtricity to break. He should go Driller. No, dude, I'm coming to Boomburst. I don't want to give Drill the free momentum here. So we do get that right. And I'm just going to go out into my Toad. Yeah, spin is cool. I honestly don't care. I think this time I'll knock off, though. Because the rocks are helpful, but I want to see what this Prim is, and more importantly, that is a really bad play. I don't know why he did that, like, that made no sense at all. I mean, I'll eventually get the burn, right? I honestly don't care what he does, so out comes Prim. This is what I was kind of hoping to knock earlier, but unfortunately I wasn't able to. But this time we get him. I knew he wouldn't Energy Ball again, because I went Rillaboom last time. I did have to take a heavy hit with Toad, but I think that's whatever. Here's the issue, though. I don't beat this. Like, I'm committing to Shivy or Toxtricity, I think. That's really my win con. Let's Earth Power and just sack it out. Off. I don't think it's worth... I don't think Rillaboom is a living Moonblast, so... Like, and he's not Specs. Specs would have done more to my Toad right there. Specs Moonblast would do that much to me. As you can see, my Toad would have taken 76 to 90 if he was Specs. So if I get rid of the Specs here, I still die. Yeah, it does 62 man. I'm at 62, right? And I could live, technically. I'm just going to Earth Power for damage. Yeah, I don't think it's worth trying to play around with that Mon. Let's get this guy in now and see what I can do. Throw off a Wood Hammer, like... He either goes Corviknight, which is going to be forced to heal up and gives me Crawdaunt, or he stays in. Actually, looking at this, Crawdaunt is a win con. Crawdaunt's a really good win con. But yeah, we're not predicting Corviknight that time. It's really not worth it, because if he did stay in on the U-turn that time, it would be over. So that's, of course, Boots. Here's the thing. If I did just Wood Hammer, I would probably win with Toxtricity because this would be in range, right? I want to say that's my play here. Yeah, did you see how much I just did? That should easily be +1 Toxtricity range. And I can go Crawdaunt here. And get my kill using Crab Hammer if I am able to hit, which I am. I'm pretty sure that's just... Actually, does Aegislash live +1? It might. I didn't really think about Aegislash very much. That's fine. Let's go Dragapult and throw off Shadow Balls. Trying to get him in range of Crawdaunt's Aqua Jet mainly, because I think I outspeed Aegislash, maybe. Maybe. I don't want to rely on that. He does go Corviknight, which is very not Spadef, so it's going to take a lot. Fizdef Corviknight, that's the second time I've run into that today, right? That Corviknight in the last game that took the knockoff was clearly Fizdef as well. So we're going to hit this here. Oh, I crit it. I don't know if that mattered, though. I'm pretty sure the two Mons that I had in the back would sweep, because that would put that Mon in range of Aqua Jet. Then I just go Toxtricity, Shift Gear Up, and Boomburst twice, so... I don't know if it would have mattered, but at this point it's over, obviously. I'm pretty sure I had a guaranteed win no matter what. Like, if I didn't crit, he would have been in range of this. Then he has to go Zera, which doesn't Oko Toxtricity. I Shift Gear Up and Boomburst, because we saw that the other Boomburst did enough to where after I get my Throat Spray, it would easily be enough. I guess he could knock off, though. Maybe it did matter. Obviously, that game's over right there. So we should be back in the 1700s. Let's think about that endgame. Did it matter? So I Shadow Ball. Maybe I should have switched. I obviously don't know what the Aegislash was. What if I attacked and then went Toxtricity? I could attack Aegislash. I'm assuming he would stack off the Aegislash, right? But then he goes to Drill, knocks me out. I would have to... No, yeah, he would have to go to Drill, right? Because if he goes to the Zera, I live the hit, knock it out. Yeah, and if he goes to Drill, then I get to SD up with Crawdaunt, because it can't put me in range of my Life Orbits, I don't believe. So I'm pretty sure that no matter what he did, I would have had that endgame. So yeah, that's going to be that. I did hope you all enjoyed. You can find the team down below in the description, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.